Police after officers say he opened fire on them.
It happened on Lynnhaven Parkway near Salem Road. Investigators say Perry opened fire on officers at this 7-Eleven, so officers shot at him. Kager was driving the car Perry was in. The infant was found unharmed in that vehicle.
And police told us Perry was a person of interest in a homicide case. 10 of your side's Liz Palka spent the day looking into his past. So, Liz, what were you able to find out?
Nicole and Tom, we've been making calls, pulling as much information as we can about Angelo Perry. Police said today not only was he a person of interest in a homicide, but they were running surveillance on him, and they believed he was planning another act of violence in the city.
But I really want you to know that these officers did everything they could to try and circumvent any type of a violent confrontation with Mr. Perry.
Virginia Beach Police Chief Jim Cervera lays out what happened around 11:30 Saturday night. The 7-Eleven on Lynnhaven Parkway was the scene of an officer-involved shooting. 35-year-old Angelo Perry and 28-year-old India Kager were both shot and killed by police.
Virginia Beach Police Department has been conducting an extensive investigation of a homicide within the city, and for a while has been collecting information on this case. Based on information that was received from the community, Angelo Perry was developed as a person of interest in this case.
Cervera wouldn't comment on the particular homicide case, but did say officers were well aware of Perry's violent past.
Mr. Perry is a convicted felon with an extensive criminal record to include crimes of violence.
The chief brought up past charges in Virginia Beach, including malicious wounding when he says Perry shot a man in the back and assault and battery of a police officer. We also found a document that said Perry was denied parole in 2013 because he had a history of violence and posed a risk to the community.
You know, he's all about music. He's all about, I just want to record, I got some ideas.
He wasn't a risk to others who knew him. Local music producer EF of More to Come Music said Perry made reggae music. He went by the name Blessai Ascari.
So I never seen attitude out of him. I never seen nothing wrong. But he always had a good story to tell, you know.
EF said he questions what led to the shooting Saturday, but also says Perry's apparent violent record is shocking.
You know, that throws me off key, because I've never seen him like that. I never heard stories about him feeling any way that he needed a gun. He was always out in the open doing shows and out there in the public, so I don't see nothing why that would be said.
Cervera said Perry had been living in Georgia, but at some point in the last year or so returned to Virginia Beach. We know he and Kager were dating, and the 4-month-old child in the back seat during the shooting was theirs. I'm Liz Palka, 10 on your side.